Good morning, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Vanlalhriata, roll number 18, first year MBBS in Zoram Medical College. I'm going to talk on the topic of ketone bodies. What is ketone body? Chemical that the body makes when there is not enough insulin in the blood and it must break down fat instead of sugar glucose for energy is known as ketone bodies. They are produced by the liver and used peripherally as an energy source when glucose is not readily available. The three main ketone bodies are acetone, acetoacetate, and beta-hydroxybutyrate. Only the first two are true ketones, while beta-hydroxybutyrate does not possess a ketone group. Ketones are always present in blood and their level increase during fasting and prolonged exercise. In normal men, the concentrations of ketone bodies of the blood is usually less than 3 mg per 100 ml. They are water-soluble and energy-yielding. They are also found in the blood of neonates and pregnant women. In the diagram, we can see that in normal state, the glucose level is high, well compared to in starvation state, where the glucose is low and the ketone bodies are more. Ketogenesis. What is ketogenesis? Ketogenesis is the formation of ketone bodies. The synthesis of ketone bodies occurs in the liver. The enzyme for synthesis of located in mitochondrial matrix, which is inside the liver cells. Precursor. Acetyl-CoA enzyme, which is formed from by oxidations of fatty acid, pyruvate, or some other amino acid. Acetoacetate is the primary ketone bodies, while beta-hydroxybutyrate and acetate are secondary ketone bodies. Steps involved in ketogenesis are: number 1, condensation. Two molecules of acetyl-CoA enzyme are condensed to form acetyl coenzyme A. This reaction is catalyzed by thiolase. Step 2, productions of HMG-CoA A. One more acetyl coenzyme A is added to acetoacetyl coenzyme A to form HMG coenzyme A. This reaction is catalyzed by HMG-CoA synthase. Mitochondrial HMG-CoA is used for ketogenesis, while cytosolic HMG coenzyme is used for cholesterol synthesis. Step 3, lysis. HMG coenzyme is lysed to form acetoacetate and acetyl coenzyme A. Step 4, spontaneous decarboxylation. Firstly, acetoacetate undergoes spontaneous decarboxylations to form acetone. Step 5, reduction. Acetoacetate is reduced through beta-hydroxybutyrate, catalyzed by beta-hydroxybutyrate dehydroxylase. Beta-hydroxybutyrate is the most predominant ketone bodies present in circulations and urine of ketosis. And this is the flowchart of ketogenesis. Now, on regulations of ketogenesis. Their formations occur primarily due to non-availability of carbohydrates through the tissue. This is an outcome of excessive utilizations of fatty acids to meet the energy requirement of the cells. The hormone glucagon stimulates ketogenesis, whereas insulin inhibits. Ketogenesis is regulated at three metabolic states. They are: number 1, mobilizations of fatty acid from adipose tissue. Number 2, carnitine palmitol transferase 1, CPT1. Activity is high in starvation and low in fat state. Starvation results in elevated fatty acid oxidation. Step number 3, concentrations of oxaloacetate. In starvations and uncontrolled diabetes, the concentration is low. Impaired oxidations of acetyl-CoA through Krebs cycle. This leads to overproductions of ketone bodies. Starvation. In starvation, the dietary supply of glucose is decreased. Starvation is accompanied by decrease in degradations of fatty acid to meet the energy need by the body. During prolonged starvations, ketone bodies are the major fuel source for the brain and other parts of central nervous system. This causes an overproduction of acetyl-CoA which cannot be fully handled by TCA cycle. This results in accumulations of acetyl coenzyme A. And here we see the flowchart of metabolism during starvation. Diabetes mellitus. Diabetes is associated with insulin deficiency. This results in impaired carbohydrates metabolisms and increased lipolysis. Both of them lead to accumulations of acetyl coenzyme and its conversions through ketone bodies. In severe diabetes, the ketone bodies concentrations in blood plasma may reach 100 mg per dl, and urinary excretions may be as high as 500 mg per dl. Now, utilizations of ketone bodies. The true ketone bodies, that is acetoacetate and beta-hydroxybutyrate, serve as an important source of energy for the peripheral tissue, such as skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, etc. Being water-soluble, they are easily transported from the liver to various tissue. The tissue which like mitochondria, that is RBC, utilize ketone bodies. Their productions and utilization become more significant when glucose is in short supply to the tissue, as observed as in starvation and diabetes mellitus. During prolonged starvations, they are the major fuel source of brain and other parts of CNS. Ketone bodies can meet up to 50 to 70% of the brain energy needs. Metabolism of ketone bodies through acetyl-CoA enzyme. Step 1. Beta-hydroxybutyrate is first converted to acetoacetate by the enzyme beta-hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase. Step 2. Acetoacetate is activated through acetoacetyl coenzyme by a mitochondrial enzyme thiophorase. The coenzyme A is regulated by succinyl coenzyme A. 3. Step 3. Acetoacetyl coenzyme A is cleaved into two acetyl coenzyme A by the enzyme thiolase. And here is the flowchart. Formations, utilizations, and excretions of ketone bodies. Free fatty acids from blood travels through liver and convert to acetyl coenzyme A. And this acetyl coenzyme A within the liver again convert to ketone bodies. Ketone bodies enter the blood, in which most of the ketone bodies are excreted in urine and acetone in breath, that is in lungs, and the remainings are transported to extrahepatic tissue in the form of ketone bodies. And these ketone bodies again are converted to acetyl coenzyme A and enter the TCA cycle for further use. And here we can see the figure of metabolism of ketone bodies. Clinical aspect. Number 1, ketonemia. Increased concentrations of ketone bodies in blood is called ketonemia. When the rate of ketone bodies synthesis exceeds the rate of its utilization, their concentration in blood increase. This causes ketonemia. The blood level of ketone bodies is more than 1 mg per dl. Cause of ketonemia. Number 1, uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, starvation, chronic alcoholism, heavy exercise, low carbohydrates diet for weight loss, glycogen diseases. Number 2, ketonuria. The excretions of ketone bodies in urine is known as ketonuria. The 3 ketone bodies present in urine are 20% of acetic acid, 2% of acetone, and 78% of 3-hydroxybutyrate. Cause of ketonuria are uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, starvation, high fever after general anesthesia. Number 3, ketoacidosis. It is caused due to increase of acetoacetate and beta-hydroxybutyrate concentration in blood cause ketoacidosis. Since there are two strong acids, diabetic ketogenesis is danger, which may also lead to death, while ketosis due to starvation is not accompanied by ketoacidosis. In diabetic ketogenesis, high level of ketones are produced in response to low insulin level and high level of counter-regulatory hormones. Ketone bodies stimulate modest insulin release, and they are also feedback negatively on hormone-sensitive lipase (HSL) activity in adipocytes. Thank you. Kansiet yang plante isok nan ketone bodies to enge iha. Heta hiyan definition kan mo hiyan ketone bodies to heta carbohydrates atang hiyanin kan mo hi tlang puin kan mo china kan energy mo hi tamzok mase starvation nga te heta so kan elo way to kan glucose intake khat lem to kan in glucose kan lo ka chambe thaita mase khami glucose kan tlak cham kha kan body kha energy kha mo rank thausi kan body khan khami energy mo to kan glucose kham to sila chuan ketone body sian katin body si fat chang ran sian ta khami kan energy kham ran petani chumi ber chu ketone body sa tho chuni ta energy ber petu chu he tai kan hu thayang hai khami chart a hian so one air pa ngai normal state a chuan glucose kha sang ta va ka glucose khan energy khamin pe taber ta mase so kan nei rail duk chuan starvation state anga chuan glucose kha ron tlem ta so energy kha mo tho sia khami kha ketone bodies how hai ketone bodies ti thum beta haloside butyrate hi atam ber majority 78% khanita chuan acetoacetate hi 12% vel kha omta amino acid amino hi 2% vel khomta heng pathum ketone bodies how hian energy min pe a aron siam chu fatty acid atangin aron convert ani eta cycle pokan mu to kha ketogenesis atang hian heiber hi atum ber chu ketone bodies tum ber chu anita atam lu tukle atlem tuk khia athalawa atlem tuk hi chu than ta se atam lu tuk hi thalaw to acidosis le thlen thaya saman chon ana tho ber chu carbohydrate intakes a omlo khanin fats kha ketone bodies ra in converting energy min provide ani azong khan zumatang lome